What's up, Porsche fanatics? Will here with Rennthusiast, my YouTube channel that is all about air-cooled Porsche 911 ownership experience. And in today's video, I'm going to share with you exactly how I jinxed myself with my Porsche 993. So just the other day, I was musing to myself just how perfect the car is. I was thinking, hey, there's nothing broken with it. It's in awesome condition. It is dialed in. I love the wheels, the bumper, the shifter, the seats that I just put in, by the way, the Recaro Sportster CSs, which I'll do a review on in the future. But anyway, I was sitting there telling a buddy about how good I felt about the car, and lo and behold, not 10 minutes later, the sunroof stopped working. So I have the car in the shop right now, and I thought I'd invite you guys along to visit with Charles, the shop owner. I'm going to have him walk us through the sunroof repair in case you ever deal with a sunroof repair in an air-cooled 911. And so I'm going to take you over there. We'll walk through it, and then finally I'll tell you what it's going to cost me to get that sunroof repaired. Before we dive into that, though, I'd like to invite you to subscribe to my channel. This is the kind of thing I do, give you guys an owner's eye view of what it's like to live with and own these classic Porsche 911s. So let's run over to Charles' shop and see what we can see. Okay, so here we are. You can see my 993 back there, but whenever I come in here, I run into interesting projects that are going on, and so got a guy's engine taken apart. So this is Charles.
Hey.
So what was happening with this guy's motor?
Well, first of all, somebody had done some work to it and dropped something into one of the cylinders, and that kind of destroyed that cylinder in a way. Burnt valve, had low compression, didn't run right. And so, in any event, so we go to rebuild it and go through it, and the cylinders are wore out. There's no cross hatch. You might be able to see it on this side.
Yeah, I don't know if the camera can pick that up.
Yeah, but there's you know, when that's gone, you know it's wore out. So we send them out. I give a plug for LN Engineering. They'll recode them, put new pistons in them. I think they put J&E pistons in. We put it back together, and life is good.
And then you got the rest of it taken apart over here.
And that's the shelves. This is the engine.
Wow.
You know, and everything will be resealed. We just pulled it apart so we can get some of the stuff shipped out. Cams go to web cam, along with the rockers, and get rebuilt, and cylinders will get rebuilt down there, and we'll put it all back together.
So now my job is nothing compared to that.
Well, you came in, top didn't work right, wouldn't go down on one side. You just have to work with this so you can get it back far enough so that you can take the inner piece off. It's over there, but we'll get to that. And then you got to take all the stuff out. And
so my question to you, like something that's always like intrigued me about sunroofs, is like how do you start to take it apart? Like how do you get it out when it's stuck like mine? Slowly.
Yeah, I mean, you just have to take your time. Get things work so that you can get things apart, because they're stuck. They're stuck open. There's nothing's going to cure that. This is what one of the rails look like. This is this side, and this is the important part over on this side. Actually, it's upside down. It goes this way, but the cables come apart right here. Cable and piece. They're supposed to be one piece, but they just break. Some of the times it's because they've gotten dirty and they stick some. It's an age thing. If it hasn't happened, it'll happen. And then these slides were wore out. This goes on here. And I had to order just little bits and pieces that were worn out on it. You know, so...
Well, I use my sunroof a ton, so, know, open and close.
You were talking about some piece. It was this piece?
That piece right there, just because it moves. Yeah, I mean, and it's not a big deal.
So I had come out here and I checked. There's 3 of them, all right? And so I came out here and I checked them. I checked the ends, you know, and there's supposed to be like a little lip that comes over here. You asked me about it yesterday, right?
Yeah.
I came over here, I touched this one, and the end broke off. so I ordered all 3.
Okay, so this is broken now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's because I
think
think
to have a lip right here, but it was kind of like loose, and I said, "Oh, it's all there."
So these are.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're just gonna replace.
All
hey,
3,
while we're in there.
Well, all right. So you got to take everything apart to get to it.
Right. You
so,
may as well.
I mean, like while I'm here, you know, $10 worth of plastic parts. Like, well, it's Porsche, so it could be 20. You know.
Yeah. So what we had to actually replace for the benefit of the people watching this is we had to replace
cables.
Okay, cables. So
here's a new one for this side. And so I clean everything up, and then I lightly grease everything. I put grease on this. I mean, not a ton, just enough so that it gives it some lubrication, because it slides in and out of this channel. All right, so I've got it pretty pulled out because that's just where I ended after I got it out. But this track goes up top there, and this piece, it slides down in this section, back and forth. It's attached to the sunroof, and it's moving it back and forth. And when it gets to a point where it stops, okay, like this is there, then when you close it, it goes up and it goes, and at the end, it hits something that's here. It's over there somewhere, but it hits that, and then this slides up. But this is all dirty. So, you know, all this grease and stuff that was there from the factory at some point in time collected a lot of dirt. So they just get stiff, they bind some. You know. And then the motor for drive for this is underneath. There's a zipper in the headliner here.
Yeah.
And it's right there. So you gotta take all that apart.
Yeah.
You can see that.
I can kind of see that.
There. I don't know whether you can see it.
All right, guys. Well, there you have it. I mean, just fun times. I'll pick you back up and tell you what this cost me. So if you're watching this video and dealing with the same kind of thing, you know what to expect. All right, guys. I am now back home with the 993 successful repair. Nothing really sexy to show you. The sunroof works as it should. While the car was in the shop, we did discover it needs some suspension work done in the rear. So I'll do a future video on that. It's always fun stuff. But, you know, I don't mind. I love the 993. It's a fun, great ride. And so, you know, it's worth it. Now I'm going to roll over and I'm going to show you the final bill on this job so you can not only see how much it costs, but you can also see the part numbers that went into it. So let's take a look at that. Okay, here you go. The final bill on the thing. Sunroof will not open. Pretty obvious problem. Like I told you guys in the front of the video, the sunroof, the right side would open like 2 inches and then it would just stop. But anyway, he ordered 3 guides, 2 plastic protectors. Looks like all in the parts were $572.26. Labor, $600. So everything for this sunroof repair came out to be $1,287.60. And so, you know, such is life. This is how much these things cost. If you're looking at a similar job, hopefully this is going to help you at least understand maybe what one guy paid. So if you got something out of this video, please subscribe. This is the kind of thing I do and would love to see you around for the next one. I'm out of here.